been accustomed to is that being bullied as a parent, oh, because your marriage did not work, so now they will force you to take care of that child by yourself. No, I tried it.
And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
And I'm sorry for that for you. You know, it's bad. But like for me, I never intended on putting that man in the system. And the big reason for me was I went with that narrative that they paint. Oh, don't put black men in the system. But then at the same time, look at it. What do black men do to put themselves in the system? Because it's not always people putting them there. So for instance, I told the man, hey, okay, we have 2 kids together. Can you please just help me when the children need something? I understand you have to live. We're going our separate ways. I don't want for him to struggle. You're not supposed to want the other person to struggle, especially when y'all have children together. Can you please help me with the kids? Do you know what that man was doing? That man was sending me $20 a month, $40 a month, $50 a month. So finally I told him, I said, you know what? I feel like I'm begging you to help me with your kids, because in this country here, if you don't want your children to stay out of trouble, your only choice is either sports or music. That's just it. So I told him, I said, you know, I'm working 16-hour shifts, 17-hour shift, and I work weekend and I do other stuff. Please help me with the sport. Okay, you don't want to buy stuff for the kids. Don't worry about it. I will buy the clothes for the kids every season, but you pay for the sport. You know what that man will do? He'll put his card there. Before the sport payment is due, he will pull the card and the payment will reject. I will not have to pay it. So I told him, I will never beg you for anything again. I went to child support. I talked to them. They allow me to apply. When I applied, do you know that man was lying to me for 10 years, telling me he was making $17 an hour. Come to find out that man was making almost $40-something an hour.
Okay.
Wow.
$40-something an hour. I went to the food stamp office several times while we were together to apply for food stamp. They rejected me. That's why I worked 2 jobs for 10 years. They rejected me and they told me, I don't understand how your husband cannot pay for food for your children when your husband makes well above his means. I said, ma'am, no, he does not. She said, did you ever look at his paycheck? I said, he's never shared his paycheck with me. That's another part of us too as women. We don't pay attention to the little details. I said, I never seen his paycheck. I just trusted him. I used to go work 16-hour shift and tell that man, rest. I don't want you to go to work. Stay with your children. Spend time with your kids and I'll go work the job. I found out he was making that much. They told him, oh, you need to pay for the kids. You know what that man told me? Once they told him, oh, for your 2 children, you will be paying $800 a month. That man told me that would be the only money you will get from me. And the lady said, sir, excuse me, you cannot say that.
It is so despicable. It's not something that you
payment. But if there's anything that's needed for the kids, you and her can go half and half. Until this day, if I message him, like the other day, I messaged him, I say, hey, our son needs black shoes for choir. I cannot seem to find it here because, you know, Liberian children, they have big feet. I'm sorry to say. I can't find that size here anywhere, right? Can you please buy it for me? You know what he told me? He said, please go find Macy's somewhere because I can't take it if I can't deduct it from your child support.
There you go.
You know, I said, no problem. No problem. That one there, I will take it
what we do
and let them know
you're
not going half with me on certain things. They take advantage of our kindness. They are the ones that create trauma to their children, but we cover for them, and then now our kids are asking us why we can't see daddy, why daddy not coming. And then the other day he called the kids. I told him, he said, oh, can I talk to my children? I said, sure, I'll call. I put the kids on the phone. Before you know it, I hear my son going, wah, wah. I said, what happened? Oh, my dad said the reason why we haven't seen him for 3 weeks is because you refused to meet him halfway. For 6 months, almost to a year, I've been meeting this man halfway between Baltimore and Pennsylvania. I finally got a job where I cannot drive that far. So I told him, I said, you know what? You chose to move far. I went to court. They told me, ma'am, if he decided to move out of state, you still live in this state. Your children go to school here. You're not obligated to meet him halfway. Tell him a spot that you want him to meet and let him show up there. I told that man told me I will not come. I'm not coming anywhere. If you don't want to come halfway, I'm not coming. I said, okay, no problem. Then I will never meet you again for your children. It's your business if you don't want to come and see them. But he got on the phone and told my son. And he didn't know when he did that. It caused my son to come back again and say he won't kill himself.
No, then like that, next time just record the conversation and play it for your son to hear it. That's
no, not use on the live. I beg you guys. TikTok gala.
Oh, I'm sorry, Anna Live. I apologize. Yeah, my son then, I now have to call behavior and explain